Actually, I didn't get down to the mailbox yet. I want to get to the mailbox. I got my diatone mamba in there.
Oh my
Bird
God,
Minion,
like it's so
welcome.
far.
Jones,
Your mailbox is closer than mine is.
Michael McReynolds, if you're still here, we'll see you back later.
He said he'd be here at 8. It's 8 now, so I expect to see him.
So, what's Doc been up to?
Doc's been slowly going insane.
Well, I think everybody's been getting there. We had, was yesterday, well, it started 2 days ago. Acro got where he didn't want to eat. Kind of got in a little mood because tension around here. And he had, if he gets too much, like, I gave him Cheerios, so I think he had too many back to back. So it goes to a system real slow, and then he'll get real sluggish. You see how he is, how he's always bouncing around. He was down and out for like 2 days, so that bummed me out. But I ain't flown in. Let me see, did I fly yesterday? No, but I did fly the day before, though. I went to that church, that one church that I went to before. They're doing the roof on it. I don't even think I watched the footage yet off of it. We got 3 watching.
Yeah, I've been
The notification.
flying. Today I didn't. My mom came down, and supposedly I was supposed to look at a boat today, a pontoon boat, and that never happened. The guy was supposed to call me and tell me where to find it and all that jazz. And
right.
never happened. So he might call me tomorrow. Who knows?
You gonna buy a pontoon?
I'm supposed to like do speaker system on it and wire up some lights. No, I'm just doing work on it.
Okay.
I'm still a boat mechanic here and there.
I was going to say, because that'd be nice. Set that thing on auto cruise and we throw the goggles down. Well, we epic, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, that'd be dope. But no, I could buy a boat if I wanted to. It's just
JD.
I don't know. As a prior boat mechanic, I've noticed there's never been a boat mechanic I've seen own a boat.
I don't like the water, so I'm good.
So,
Alvin, welcome.
Oh, I love the water. I just don't want to own a boat.
Doc, you get a pontoon boat.
Actually, I do own a boat.
Y'all can fly for the boat.
I'm not owning a boat. No, I own a boat, but it's a paddleboard, and the brand just happens to be called Boat. It's BOTE.
I can't wait till you actually.
That's my paddleboard.
I can't wait to get in the water.
Anybody,
and I actually orbit around you and stuff. I said I can't wait to put that thing in. Just
that'd be cool.
We ain't going to the ocean, just some little river, and you can.
No, we could do that down Chincoteague. I mean, we could totally. Chincoteague might be a bad idea.
There you go, JD's.
No, I think we could get away with it. And I could retrieve the quad if it ever fell in the water.
Well, that's a good thing. So yeah, and hey, I got my submarine, so we're good as far as that.
Oh yeah, submarine. You could just you could fly that underwater and it'd be fine.
You're right. I think the camera, I think the camera now will just white itself out until it dries out. But yeah, you could. That thing's pimping. I hate.
Well, I did see someone do an underwater quad and it worked.
They actually
in reality,
it
as long as the quad is heavier than it can float, you can kind of pump it along.
I gotcha. Popping chat out here. I'd rather have YouTube chat than.
Let's see. We got Earl.
GBR, welcome. I haven't did this in a while, so I'm like slow at it.
What do you mean? We literally skipped 1 week.
I'm sorry, I had to turn down for a second just while I did that. Because if not, it would blur. Okay. I think we're cooking. Where'd that window go now? I popped it out, but then, here it is.
I don't like how there's a top chat and a live chat, though. That's kind of annoying. What's the point of it?
You're on top chat right now.
I've never seen no difference in that. Can anyone?
Yeah, at times top chat only like if moderators say something, if you've got a extremely busy lobby and you've got only a few moderators, if the moderators say something to someone, it will highlight it more in the top chat than in the live chat.
See, I think
It
YouTube is
gets
eating up. Let's see. Tell me if my video clears up if I close out YouTube, because I think YouTube is eating some of my output.
Yeah. So what you do is you go to my channel, go to the like you did, chat.
Yeah.
Don't leave YouTube open. Just click up the three dots in the right hand corner, and then you can pop out chat, and then you can close YouTube down. That way you don't have to have YouTube up and running at the same time as you're trying to stream.
Oh.
I've been doing this for a little while, man. I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know. Let me see. How do? Oh no, I don't know how to do
Three
this.
little dots.
3 little dots. Okay. Pop out chat. Okay. Cool. Or
So
something
you
new
already
today.
said you're still waiting on your Apex frame. I saw that comment on my one video. Did you order it from Impulse, straight from Impulse RC? When I ordered,
If you did that, you made a mistake.
yeah, they take
He's been waiting for a long
they
time.
take kind of forever.
You're gonna wait forever.
Yeah, and that's just how they ship too. It's kind of crazy, but I get mine from Pyro Flip, Pyro Drones.
Remember, EBR is not in the United States.
Yeah, so that's right. I don't know where you're, because he's in
The
Netherlands, I want to
believe.
say. Yeah. So yeah, but dude, the man that is what a day ahead of us right now.
Happy Saturday, babe.
Saturday for him over there.
Oh, you poor bastard. You're one step closer to Monday before us.
Wait, JDs, can you cook? Because if you can't cook, the deal's off.
Oh, I seen some lobster.
We can start some bidding.
Oh my God.
No, I've never had Maine lobster. I only know what the delicious Florida spiny lobster tastes like, and my personal opinion, I don't like it.
So I have on my flying made some changes. You know, I was running the Falco X. Well, I have discovered maybe was my fault on why it would remember, because Doc flies with me every week. So here's Falco. I'm gonna explain, give you guys a quick rundown on Falco. My standpoint, a boxer. A lot of times, you know, he's good. He can box, get on them toes, he can handle things, but got that glass jaw. That's what Falco seems like. Flies great, amazing machine when it's flying. But when you hit something with it, and this guy's my witness, it just turns the lights out.
Which is crazy, because like I don't know why it's doing that.
Well, I think I found out what is causing that. My fault. I do believe I'll take the blame until I prove myself different. Right now, this rig here is my main one, and this runs Falco. And if you guys look, it has. Let me see. You probably can't see it because it's red wire with red there, but it has grommets on the ESC because the ESC hole is like a 5mm, and the grommet makes it a 3mm, the size of my standoffs through there. So I wasn't doing that. I was putting an O-ring on the bottom of mine, and then the ESC, and then an O-ring on top, and then compressing everything. So on a hard hit, it would slide my ESC forward, therefore touching the bolt. At first it was a nut as it came through the frame, then an O-ring, then the ESC, and then another O-ring, then obviously the flight controller with its grommets, and then compressed down. And I'll show you what I found. I looked over and over and over on these ESCs to come up with something, and I will need a pair of glasses to find it. I know which one it is actually. I don't need glasses.
Yeah, eyeballs.
Eyeballs. I gotta pop the grommet out. You guys would never see it. They're a pain in the ass to pop out. If you look, I don't know if it's going to show right here. Let's try to get it to focus.
Oh, I think I see it, what you're talking about.
See, right on that FET, right there, and then the circuit board has lost its paint. That's what I do believe was, and that lines perfect up with that bolt as it comes through my apex frame, which I've now removed that. But I didn't have these grommets in, and I just had this hole here. So if you put a 3mm bolt, let me show you, like the standoff I was using. Somewhere's over here. So I use these that come through the frame because the nylon I hit and I just keep breaking them. So this is, you see this, it doesn't form the hole to where that fits tight through there. So on a hit, it was coming, and I think that's what was grounding out the ESC.
Well, you know what you should have done, and this is one thing I do think is super important when it comes to actually holding in any electronics.
Drone
using
works.
nylon.
Okay. Well, I tried using them in the beginning and all, and I just hit and they just kept snapping the tops of them off. And I got tired of doing that, and I'm like, you know what? I got to come up with something. So I started.
How is it? I think you're finding a bad nylon then.
No. Oh, yeah, I probably wasn't buying. I was using the Wang Hong one, so yeah.
Yeah, because like that's nylon is really durable.
So with that said, I have now gone back to Betaflight to the Diatone Mambas because let's face it, Diatone Mambas, I mean, I can't argue with them. I have built, let me think, to be fair, probably over 65 or 70 quads with Diatone Mambas. Not just mine, others. And I have destroyed one of them. I hit a tree and ripped the ESC pads off because I had a great idea one day of having my ESC lay like this and I plug in on the side of my quad. So that was my fault. I went through a tree and it snapped it off. That's why I am anal about my plug coming either out the back or off to the standoff back here, and then having it zip tied to the frame and to the standoff. That way, if it gets ripped off, it can't pull them pads. So I've ruined that. And then I got the Oh My God remix frame up here that has a Diatone Mamba in it, and it's when I roll it, it's doing like a increment roll instead of a smooth roll. So that took a hard hit. Ryan, if you guys remember him, he crashed that out really hard and delammed an arm. So I'm going to go ahead and end up rebuilding that. But yeah, so here's what I do now. I put the O-rings in. I don't even put the nut on there now. So these get held in from the bottom because they compress with the plates. So I don't even put that on now. And I have my one running with the Diatone Mamba, and I'm trying out these Emax Eco Motors. These are 2306 1700s. I tried out the 2450s last week on 4S, and I like them. The only thing I have to is durability, but at $12 a motor, I love the Zings. I got 2 rigs with the Zings on them, the Zing Primos. Stop can confirm that I have been destroying the freaking Zing motors. So I'm trying to find a cheaper alternative, and that's where I'm at with that. Doc, he's still with KISS. He won't change. He won't do nothing different.
Hey, I can hit whatever I want and the flight controller still works. I just need to flash it.
Well, hold on.
And it'll still fly. It's just I need to flash it to get it back to its creaminess.
You have to do exactly what I have to do. Like, if I hit a pole, then you have to replicate what I did, and then we'll have to save it.
Oh, I've had hard hits.
Man, I tell you what, Raz, man, welcome. My quad, dude, that ladder, my quad hates me for that ladder. I haven't posted none of that yet, neither. If I post any. But I'll tell you what I noticed, too. In the bottom of these, you might want to check out on your Alien, too. Well, no, you do that PDB thing, so I don't know. You know, I always talk crap on that. But you know how it's set up here? So on my driver, it's just got, you know how the handles are, just like yours. Well, when I close my hand up, my fat hand, right, I kind of can only get so much of a grip on it. Man, I put a rag around the handle of that and then tighten these up. Oh, my God. They feel so much solid more to the frame. Like,
my issue is they spin loose after a while.
Crank them. Well, they do, and I tighten them up all the time. But I'm saying I can only tighten it so much, with the hand against the driver. So then when I put a rag in there, it's like it makes it fatter, so I can get a better grip onto it. And I tighten that thing down to, oh man, I feel it like not wanting to tighten no more. So I can't wait to fly it and see how much sturdier and everything is. But this one will still be on Falco X until I blow it up or I get another Mamba and another set of Emax motors. So one of the two. This rig has taken a lot. I've beaten this rig. This is my main one. So I've beaten the crap out of this one. And it's taken it. So at the ESC grommets is a must on flight one.
Or just use nylon standoffs.
Well, yeah, because then it'll snap and obviously not do it.
Never snaps.
Man, they snap.
Just
I'm
use
telling you.
impulse. Use impulse nylon standoffs. Those things just don't break.
Well, see, I can't argue with that. I never use them.
You should have been given some. You have so many Apexes, you probably have a ton laying around, and you're like, nylon's bad.
They don't give you none with it. None
What?
with the Apex. You see what you see Drone Worship's comment?
Drone Warship's comment. Let's see. ERRL.
I'm making it work. No, that's Earl.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Watson. I am Dr. Emmett Brown. Is he like a real doctor?
No, not at all.
I'm trying to figure out how Emmett Brown is.
God help you.
God help you. So, I want to put this out there, guys. I'm looking for one of these motors. If anybody has one of these motors laying around, because Emax at one time was popular. A lot of people grabbed these motors. I will read what they are. I have to put my glasses on, obviously, to read that, because they are RS 1306 KV 4000. So 4000 KV 1306. If you have one laying around, I have 3 of them, and I have something I want to build with them. If you have one laying around, and this is to anybody in chat and anybody will rewatch this, I'll make it worth your while if you have this motor. Like, I will trade you, like, pretty much whatever.
A bunch of broken Falcos.
Well, I won't do that ugly, but no. So if anyone has one of these laying around, I'll buy it from you, or trade you something that you might need, or like I said, make it worth your while for sure. And what I want to build with that is going to be this guy. This is a 3-inch Impulse RC, 3-inch Alien, and I printed all the ductworks. I can't take credit for this. I saw Night Train Mike. He built one, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's just so clean looking. So I wish I could remember the guy's name that actually did it on Thingiverse. That actually, he designed the whole thing set up. But it's pretty cute, I think. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to get it up and running. I know that Mike had his going, but he was having some problems with it. I guess as far as efficiency or whatever.
How good does a 3-inch prop fit in there?
Let me. Like I said, usually they cut 5. I don't know what kind of props Mike used. He showed them. Max Air 420, welcome. I don't know how I can show this. See, it's kind of going to be kind of hard, I think. Maybe I can do it this way. Try and get my fat fingers in there. So it's got a little bit of play, actually. Now, if I'm holding it center, I can't tell that, obviously. I'd have to bolt a motor on and try and put it on there. Is that showing you, or?
Yeah, no, that's good enough for me. I was just curious because the ducts look so big compared to what I think a 3-inch prop looks like in my head.
Yeah, so no, it really does. It's the whole. I don't know if it's because of the small frame. They do. They look huge because when I took them down, I was like off the shelf. I'm like, oh man, these things must have printed 5-inch whoops or something. And then I actually put them on the frame and all. I was like, holy cow, because you can see how it mounts up. I just got zip ties around it to hold it on, but you can kind of see how it's made. You know, they kind of made them to come over. And I mean, it's slam up just like your Alien, but 3-inch. Like it's got the little camera plates and the whole 9 yards with it. Just don't order it from TBS if anyone's interested in it, because you probably could order from Impulse RC and have it a lot faster.
Do they even still make it?
Yes, I do believe they do.
Yeah, because it the first one.
Yeah, let her tell the story. She's been in battle with them over it.
Still somewhere in between Singapore and Hong Kong.
They say.
According to the tracking. It was ordered back in April. After numerous communications, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and a lot of patience and a lot of waiting, they finally agreed to reship
Michael McReynolds,
the slow boat. But it was on back order. So once they got it in, they actually reshipped and it finally arrived. So God only knows where the original one is. Somewhere in between Singapore and Hong Kong.
And they said slow boat on this one, right? Because she had to agree this when she said, you know, we'll give you another one, send another one, but slow boat. And I'll tell you what, they're ass backwards. So they say slow boat, accept it, because this thing came in within a week and a half.
I think
it was like in a week and actually it was July 10th it got sent, and here it is the 17th. So that's the slow boat. That boat was rowing.
Hey man, you should do GoPro. Mine GoPro was shipped out. Let's see, the 7th now, and I still don't have my Hero 7. I figured I was gonna have it like that week, but nope. Still waiting.
Still waiting? What?
Hold up. You have tracking on that?
Yeah, but like the tracking doesn't exist.
You don't know how to track it.
Plummet.
No, I've tried to. Like they gave me a tracking number, but it says like the tracking label still hasn't been made up.
Just the label's been made?
Yeah.
That means it's never been shipped.
Yeah, it's never been shipped yet.
They're like, it's shipped out. I was like, all right, whatever.
No, it didn't. Until it says that either USPS or UPS has accepted and has
what they do.
That package, all they have done is printed out a label. They have not actually taken the box anywhere or shipped it.
Yep.
Or it's sitting in its tractor trailer waiting to be picked up. Honey,
I'm not in a super big rush for it. It's not like I'm ever going to put it on a 5-inch quad again. So
Plum said for the first time in his life, I paid for fast shipping today.
All right,
man, what was that on?
What was you in need of? Falco board? Did you hear?
He's a doctor. He's apparently like a psychological doctor.
TDR, OG, welcome. Jeff Freestyle in the house. What's up? How's that quad flying? Did you get to fly it yet? Tell me, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna step back a little bit from Falco for a minute, Plum. I got some, I don't know, I had like a bad curse with it, I think. I just couldn't keep that stuff flying. Smacking into things and dying and all that, but I think it was my fault, like I said. But I went ahead, what I have to do is, here's where I'm at with what happens with it too. You plug it in 3 times, it chimes in with no problem. The 4th time, it gives you the 1 set of chimes. And Joe said, Squish, he said, man, when mine does that, I'll either kick it or smack it. So his do the same thing. So I'm thinking I'm just going to eventually, with what I got here, some frames with some motors, I'll just build them one day and just throw them in frames. And then, because I got a brand new cricket board set here. And then
start beating it with a hammer.
Yeah, and they're just keeping a hammer with me, right? And when it acts up, I just smack it with a hammer. That's a synergy now. I got a cricket board here somewhere. It's brand new. There it is. Ooh, purple too. Sexy.
I like Kiss. It comes in black.
Yes. It comes in black.
I'm telling you though, you should have just moved to Kiss. You would have literally spent the same amount of money you spent on Falco, and you would have had like 3 Kiss rigs. Beautiful.
I don't feel the when I flew yours, I know it was the camera angle and the rates. I get that. I can't really judge it on that. But I think if it was the bee's knees off of what I already been flying, I would have felt that. Either way, I'd have been like, oh. I think it, to me, and I'm not bashing it, but I feel like, dude, when Falco's flying, you saw that. Falco, it is so freaking smooth. Like,
what I should just do is just like throw you my last alien I built and just tell you the program to go on. You just throw it on there, put on your rates,
oh, I can try
keep your tune the same, and just fly it, and you'll be like, oh,
trying to hoodwink me into it.
Me too.
And that's what I said with the Falco. But you know, when I flew that Hawk 5 that day on beta and then went to that Falco, I did notice those berries. I thought at first when I started flying Willie's rates, I thought they were fast. But then no, they got slow. And then I'm like, whoa, what's going on? So really, I got to admit, I really like Betaflight 4.1.1, and I can tune the drone, no pro tune. I'm not no pro at it, but I can make that drone feel the way I want it to feel. And I don't know, I can work Betaflight. Like when I changed to Falco, like I said, it was just something different to get into, and I really liked it. Like I said, when they get their H7 set up, the flight controller, I'm going to get back with it, but it'll take me slowly to get all 3 rigs back up and running. Once I get like kind of perturbed on something, I have to change everything up to get myself happy, and then I'll slowly go back down that road again. So all of the stuff will just go in a box, and then I'll just throw it in the corner, and then one day I'll get back into the Falco and jump back on it and be complaining again, I guess. But they're doing.
I just didn't like how you couldn't tune it on a computer.
No, but see, that makes it good though, because you can do it all through your goggles. It's like out in the field. See, that's the best.
Yeah, but I feel like that should be just another option. Like, but I want to be able to tune it on a computer.
No, you can. You can have a configurator. I got a configurator on my computer.
Oh, you do? Okay, I didn't know if it was like my Silverflight, where you literally have to do it through the OSD, and it sucks.
Right. No, you can tune it on your computer. You can put it on and do the whole setup now in there. They got the configurator up and running. But yeah.
Yeah, and that Tiny Whoop's absolute like a bomb, but
it does fly really good.
It sucks to tune it, and I haven't really tuned it. Just that's the thing, that freaking Tiny Whoop, I never touched the pins or the rates. It's like they knew what I wanted before I flew it.
Okay, hold on. Jeff Freestyle says, I did one pack. It flies great, but the lines in the video made it hard to see scraggle. So I found that it's a common problem with those TBS. I figured something with that, man. I just could not get rid of those lines. And they told me to move the power to VCC.
Are they hating on my TBS?
Yeah, dude. I had, so the quad I built for Jeff has that TBS, what is it? The Pro 32 HV. It's kind of like 2 boards put together. What?
Oh, you have to read this right here. Ring.
I hear you, Plum. So you've been cheating, man. But so yeah, so Jeff, that might make a little bit of sense, and I'll tell you why. My Hawk 5 I worked on, I put those motors that you give me on them. Well, you normally wire your flight controller 5 volts in ground, right? That's just normal to me. That's what I did when I powered it from the ESC, and then it was acting strange. Like when I plugged it into the Betaflight, it would my VTX would light up. I'm like, whoa, that's odd. So I went ahead and set everything up, armed it on the bench, and I turn around and I'm like, all right, these motors sound real smooth. I push the throttle forward a little bit. Next thing you know, the receiver just goes. I'm like, and it loses control. I'm like, well, what the hell was wrong with that? So I burnt 2 XM pluses, and then I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and wire this into VCC and ground, which was all the way on the other side of the board, because I looked on the ESC and I didn't see no Beck, and I was like, oh, maybe go through the VCCs. As soon as I wired it through that, plugged it in, the buzzer and all started working. I'm like, oh man. So remember I was telling you that, Doc, down there at the wood yard, I was having that issue with the Hawk 5.
Oh yeah.
But then you see it flew great. It flies great now. It plug it in, everything works. But yeah, so I went in through the 5-volt where like normally would do, but no, totally like just, I don't know, jacked it up. There he is. Holy Squish in the house. I knew he would hear that Falco talk. They were defective receivers, Chris, not your fault. Exactly. No, so what was happening was I was sending 14 volts through XM Plus receivers. When they say they can handle 5 volts, I can tell you what, I armed it with and you can arm it and everything. It'll arm just when you go to give it more input. That's when it pops. I did 2 of them like that and said, okay, something's wrong. And it's been 110 degrees. Oh, I hear you, Jeff. Thomas Gerdes, welcome. Hey, Thomas, you know the what you're doing? The kiss man sitting right in here next to me. This dude kiss all day. I'm taking my pointer and circling your face like he knows he can see my pointer.
Oh God.
Yep.
It's supposed to.
Oh yeah, I'm taking your
That's
car.
all I know. I don't know anything else.
Oh, it's supposed to be that hot next week.
Honey, it's supposed to have a heat wave starting tomorrow. Extreme heat with high humidity.
Max told me to bring that
It's gonna
tent.
be great.
I worked on that tent, Max. I got the outer poles done, set the thing up, and then the inner poles popped on me. So now I got to fix all 4 of those. But this is going to be Doc's going to be who's coming up there with us. Us 3 here. And I have next week. You want to stay tuned?
And I promise I'm the most sane out of the 3.
I believe I'm going to have an in-house guest next week. So it'll be 4 of us. Not Doc. Doc's still going to be where he's at. Not unless he wants to be here, but
I could be there. I don't know. It'll depend, but I could.
But it's a mystery and not D. It is going to be
We've
fun,
learned
man. I can't wait to do that. That's going to be cool. You squish that gotta have their spares. You better stop playing, boy. You got more Falco stuff in stock than Preston does. he be bragging on Facebook, showing people they're like, you need to sell that stuff to us. Dang it, the people ain't got none. And then he shows his picture. He's like, no. People are like, you know they're hating you. But their stuff is, man, it gets in. It's just, well, Kiss is like that, right? Fast it comes in, Kiss flight controllers and all, ain't they like kind of hot? As soon as they come in, they sell out.
Oh yeah, man. But I think, I don't know. I just feel like they make like one, and everybody's fighting over that one. Like there's this super rare material that's like impossible to get on Earth, so they have to mine it off an asteroid, and right when it gets to Earth, like a whole bunch of people are just working on making that one amazing Kiss product.
Right.
That's how it works.
So I heard the FedTech stuff is not that great. Been hearing a good bit about that. Which you don't, I know you don't FedTech. I heard. So
I don't even know what it is.
It's like, so what Chuck was saying, I think it's like another company that's trying to come out with Kiss's stuff. I don't know much about it. I'm not beating it down. I'm just saying I heard some people say it wasn't all that great. But yeah, so Chuck said before they had another company that wanted kind of in cahoots with them and start selling their boards or something, and it didn't work out for him or something. You supposed to know this, man. You're a Kiss dude.
Hey, I only know Flydino Kiss. Now, so they were selling it as Kiss, though.
Well, yeah. So they were like I guess like a trademark. Like they're allowed to do it or something. You know, they were working with them, and I don't know. I don't think the FedTech stuff is cheaper. I've never really looked the price up.
So all they're trying to do is just sell their hardware, saying their hardware is better for that software.
I wish I was local to you, Plum. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Because Kiss isn't. Yeah, Kiss isn't like it's selling its software. It's selling kind of the whole shindig. Like you when you buy a MacBook, you're not just buying the software. You're buying a MacBook.
Right. Yeah. So I think so. From what I understood about the FedTech, is just like a company. It's not actually Flyduino. It's a company working with them, and that's FedTech, I guess.
Okay.
I know. I think I saw a couple of Vic FPV's video. I think
Now, are they German?
I don't know about that. I just know a little bit about it.
Because I only buy German engineering. Let's be honest. They're the best.
Squish said I hear FedTech ESCs ignite when they see a solid object. He's kind of like my communicator on the FedTech, so he would know.
I've never even heard of it, but then again, I just don't pay attention to that stuff. I don't look for what's new. I look for what I can get that I already have.
Right. Well, both John says.
Yeah. Because like all the stuff I want to upgrade my quads with is like 4 and 5 year old stuff.
He doesn't watch.
Which TBS stuff?
See Vampire's comment?
No.
Last comment.
Doesn't watch YouTube. I watch a little bit of YouTube. I'm not big on social media, so YouTube's a social media platform, and I don't pay attention to it.
That's why I've known him. I don't know how long now. I'm terrible in time. So that's why I never, ever, ever. Hey, want to be part of the drone network? Never even thought of it. He just says you need to start doing your stream all the time, man. I'm like, man, I used to do it like 5 days a week. I'm so burned out. And then I just like, hey, would you like to be part of it? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, that's what threw me off because you weren't part of social media. I thought you were gonna be like, are you smoking drugs?
Well, I don't consider this half of it because I'm not watching it all the time. Because I know people who will literally, they'll get on YouTube at like 8 o'clock and won't get off until 2 o'clock in the morning. And they're literally just watching shit that's killing brain cells. Like a man eats 80-year-old MREs. Like that's terrible.
You have nowadays, and I actually want to cover this part real quick too. So some people think I make money on my channel. I make no money on my channel. Actually, the ones that are monetized, whatever that's called, it takes them like 3 months to make $100. I actually put out more than $100 in that time back into the hobby, you know, helping people and whatnot. So just to make that clear, where it's on video, I make no money on my channel. When I actually go to monetization thing, it goes, your channel is not eligible. Because I used to do gun videos, and it was back then. So if you took an AK and broke it down on a table and you filmed it and you put that thing all back together, you would have mad views overnight. That's just how it was back then. It was the whole hoarding thing going on. So they said I made my $100 too fast, is what they told me. And some would remember the AdSense scam was going around. Well, that was all part of it. And then it was like a class action lawsuit. So I eventually got my $100 from them. But now I would have to go to YouTube court to get monetized, and I don't need it because it changes you when you become monetized and you look forward to your channel making money. And I'm talking about it because I know quite a few that probably don't watch my channel no more because they think it, oh, I don't see him much no more. He's got that 1,500 subscribers. He's banking it now. No, absolutely not. You're wrong. So, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, over with that. But yeah, I don't know what I was talking about before I said that.
I'd like to make $100 off my
Joe says I'm an undercover
millionaire. Stacks and stacks. Yeah.
I'd like to make money off of YouTube. People just watch my videos. I promise I won't make new ones.
It's just like
it
Thomas
becomes
said,
a job.
then
It really
becomes
does.
a job. Well,
Yeah,
I have literally seen people beg for views, beg for watch time.
Yeah, it really is.
And what happens after you become monetized and you don't get those views and you don't get that watch time and you don't make the
I hear
money
you,
that
Birdman.
you were going to.
well, here's my thing. I'm not like I have a full-time job and I have a lot of part-time work. Like I said, we were just talking about I got a pontoon boat to look at sometime whenever the guy gets his thing out. So I don't need the money, but if I could just make $100 a month off of YouTube, yeah, take that $100 and I don't know.
And that's what everybody's mind goes to. And look, it's nothing wrong with that if that's how you want to do your channel and that's how you set out. But it puts a lot of hate on people that do it. I've seen people that were around me before that just come up, started their channel. Man, they were great people. At least I thought they were. So then when they kind of got monetized, they get like a whole different thinking. And it's like all of a sudden it's like, no, stop. You're not going to pay your bills with this. If you're going to pay your bills, you're going to be like the raccoon guy. The raccoon whisperer guy, right? He can put a video out right now at 8:42. And because of what he does, he feeds raccoons up on his deck. He lives up in Canada.
But
it's really cool what he does, right? But he could put a
mooses.
video out now. He would have 15,000 views before 9 o'clock, I bet you, if not more than that. So yeah, someone like that's probably making a little bit of money on YouTube, but that's scary. Like he was feeding raccoons and a bear come up on his porch. So I'm like, that's not worth the views, bro. But you know, he's feeding the raccoons and whatnot. That's what he's into. Not bashing them or nothing. But yeah, dude, he could put a video out, bang. So I mean, I used to chase the numbers. I used to want people to watch my stuff. Now I put it out for myself. Doc watches every now and then. So I put it out for myself, and if anybody else watches it, that's a bonus. And the ones that watch mine, I like to go back and watch theirs. And I have been slacking on that a little bit, so I'm getting back into that. That's why you'll see me on your channels if you've commented on mine and stuff like that. And that's the way to keep it fair, because I am subscribed to way more than are subscribed to me. I got 1,582, I think. I'm probably subscribed to over 5,000 people, and that's hard to go to those channels. So you can only regulate it by who comes to your channel, because then you know who's watching you and giving you the time. Even if they don't watch the whole video, they still come by and comment, whatever. And that's just how it goes. It fell into that. But you got a lot of the subscribe to me and I'll subscribe to you channels. And I think that's why now if you go to YouTube and you go to the 3 dots now, and if I want to go to Razman's channel, I click it, I can't. It says pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user channel, and remove moderator. So I just removed my chat or just took it out. But yeah, that's just what it does now because of the whole sub up, sub down. You'd sub those people, man, you would gain numbers while you're in there, and they would gain numbers as soon as you left, your numbers would drop right back off. That's just how they roll with it. So it's better just to do it from the heart. If you're in the FPV, I got the passion. That's why I did all this. I like to help people problem solve. This man has been to my house, knows if we were filthy rich, he'd be the first to tell you. I mean, he's got a gold mod that he's holding right there in his hand. See? So
yeah, sexy, man. I had to get a new mod. If nobody was watching like prior, I had this nice cuboid. She finally gave out on me, so I had to buy this Aegis Geek Tech or whatever. And it was expensive, but I'm kind of getting used to it. I don't like how the freaking atomizer's in the center. I like a nice offset atomizer. It feels a little bit more natural. But that's my one probably a big pet peeve.
Like you're drinking out of a little whiskey bottle or something.
Yeah, like I like it on the tip or the edge. I like it on the tip too, but hey, we'll go into that in a later date.
More caps. Yeah, I said so. I did say I was going to slow down, and I did a little bit. Instead of just ripping through a gap like crazy, Doc will tell you. I just keep repeating that because he flies with me every weekend.
And you still broke stuff last week.
I did, and it was my last pack, and I did good all the way up to that point. Well, the first pack, I hit.
No, you did seize a motor somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and then at the end, I power looped through that little gap, and I came back through it, and I was like, "Row!" And then, man, I tell you what, that wind shoved me, and it was no getting away from it. That Falco said, "I'm done."
Yep. My biggest bit of damage is I chipped my glasses when I was out there because I had them like tucked in my shirt and they fell out, and I stepped on them like an idiot. And I literally cleaned the paint off of a standoff. I actually peeled the metal off. I did a nice little snail on it.
All this happens when I don't go.
Where the?
Hey, I left without spending a dime.
That gap in that corner, I think, is probably one of my favorite spots down there.
That whole corner area where that triangle is, and then that squares, dude, you got to hit that square where you enter and then exit it through a power loop.
Yeah, where you come in. Yeah, I know you got.
I haven't looked at the video yet, but I bet it looks good.
I'll use the last Falco rig for doing that. Joe was like, "No, don't kill her." But no, that is really, really, really nice spot there. I haven't put no video up of it yet, but yeah, I showed quite a few people that day, and they loved that spot. So I think I'm headed there. Not this weekend, the following weekend.
Where are you going this weekend?
Where are we going? I got 6 packs charged. I got to finish charging. I'm down. I will have. Well, now I got 2 rigs up and running now. One's Falco, one's Beta. Kind of sucks to go back and forth with that, but
does it really feel that different?
Yes, I didn't really know.
Even with your rates being the same,
it's not the same though. I thought they were. I thought when I went over to the Falco, at first the Falco felt real fast for me when I was using Willie's rates, but then I guess I got used to them, and now my rates that I'll use. So on Beta, I do it's like, what was it? It's like around 800. It is at 800 because remember you told me with the Expo, you said you got to jump it up a little bit. I was down around 600, so I went to 800, and now I use 0.12 Expo. I think it's like 70 and 82, 70 on rate, 82 on super, or 60 and 82, something like that. But yeah, so when I flew the Hawk 5 last weekend, I don't know, just when I flew that and then I got to the Falco, that's why when I rolled over, I smacked that beam, dude. I pushed my stick all the way over, and the quad just like, it's like it took forever to go over. It was like weird, and I was like, no way. It dawned on me right there what you were saying. Your quad's super slow. How do you make it look fast? I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, it's that different for me now. I can feel it.
Yeah, I would try to look at the degrees that they're spinning, like actually get on your computer and look at the degrees and make sure the degrees are the same. Because it might be 2 programs, even though it's like your rates are 65, the actual degrees the quad is turning in the computer might be different.
Right. And that's what so I'm just what I'll do with the Falco, and that's what I wanted to do that day, but then I ended up killing that one. So then I was like, oh, never mind. But that's what I wanted to do. I'll just go in and bump up the rates on it. You can still change all the rates and all, and then it takes it to custom, and then instead of that, or just try someone else. I ain't gonna try Blackbird. Squish got me. I was subscribed to him, but I never really watched his video. Oh my god, dude, the way he moves, whew, my quad would just melt. It would be like, no, I'm not doing this.
Is it faster than mine?
The what?
Is it faster than mine?
Yes, dude. Look up Blackbird FPV and watch one of his videos.
I can't believe he has higher rates than me, because I know I'm like Because my quads, literally, my rates are faster than my quads actually turning.
Have you ever watched one of Holy Squish's videos? You gotta go watch this guy.
Yeah, everybody, first off, don't hate me because I'm not watching your videos. I watch nobody's videos.
Hey, bro, really, go watch. If you like, just take your phone and just go to this guy's channel once and just watch one of his videos.
That's
insane rates. You're gonna see some insane rates. You're gonna want to sit down watching this too, and not have the Kool-Aid cup in your hand.
Holy Squish.
Holy Squish. He did. Holy Squish said, "We hate for you flying kiss Doc."
You can't even talk. We hate you for flying kiss Doc. Don't worry.
I'd rather be hated for flying kiss than hated for not.
I know, Alvin. That's why I said, Alvin, I had to stop, bro. I couldn't keep getting into the RC because then I have a wall of them.
He's got some down there in the floor already. I'm like, we ain't going there.
So here's what I did for this.
Oh, this is a freaking song.
I lowered it down. It gives hardly any movement. Now I can pull a straight line with it now. Like a hot rod when I hit it. I'll pull a straight line and just go to the side a little bit if I don't let off. And I printed a roll cage. This is zip tied together for now. But I printed a roll cage for it because I kept skidding it across the ground and tearing wires.
Wait, why does the first Holy Squish video come up? This is literally the title, and it's by Chuckit. It says, "Elementary, my dear Watson, FPV freestyle, a Holy Squish request."
I don't know
What is this video? I've never seen this. I'm gonna just "Elementary, my dear Watson."
The fastest way to grab like Squish would be go to one of my videos. I think my latest one, I don't remember.
Who's flying?
Go to one of my videos and click on his name. I try to punch him in on YouTube too. It won't bring him up. It brings up the one. Or you could go to that channel. I think Chuck linked him.
Yeah, but why does Chuck have me in here? Or did he just do it for...
Let me catch up on chat. I'm rebuilding my mic.
His freaking P's are dead on whoever's flying right now. Like, his quad literally looks like it's...
That's Chuck flying. Man, don't say Chuck. Hey, don't say Chuck's flying good, bro. You'll have him in here really quick.
No, I'm just saying the quad's fairly good tuned.
Is it wiggling?
I didn't say...
If it's not wiggling, it's not Chuck.
It's like the all spins and stuff are a little rough, but like when he does a rolls, it's fairly locked in. Like you can tell the quad's locked in pretty well. It's that kiss. That's why it's working so good.
Oh my God! Good luck, Plum, on that, man. Don't you smoke nothing on that micro. So I can rip tomorrow on my birthday. And happy birthday. If I don't, I'll hit you on Messenger. I'll remember, or Crystal remind me.
Oh, I'll definitely remind him. But happy birthday from the Drone Network, my dear.
Indeed. Hey, or you can go. Hey, in chat, Crystal drop Squish's channel in there.
It's right there.
I said in chat, she dropped it for you.
I think I'm just putting a space in.
I hear you, Chris. Too hot down there, brother. Double A in the house. Welcome, welcome. Is quarantined. I hear you guys, man, down there.
I just watch it on my computer because my phone can't find it.
I don't know how y'all do it. It's hot. It's been hot here, and Crystal said it's about to get hot next week, so it's already been hot here. I'm like, it's gonna get what? But I still got to fly in it.
I don't know. I see his quad actually catches on fire.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. That's the whole part of watching Squish.
Yeah.
I have all these SD cards, believe it or not, and they're full of footy. Like, I have to empty them off. I'm gonna have to just start deleting it.
He's a footy whore.
I have mad footy of all kind of spots have flown, like crazy stuff, and I don't know the whole.
His rates are slower than mine.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he's just really good at making slower rates look good. He's like you with that, but his rates are nowhere near mine. But his yaw is so fast. My yaw's nowhere near his speed. That might be what you're thinking.
That's the cha-cha right there, bro. You
I
spill
can't. Well, the issue.
you spill your
What props
Kool-Aid
are you
like
using?
that. Huh?
What props is he using?
S4s, I think. He's in here.
Because I can't even get my quad to yaw spin that quickly.
It's half deflection. Yeah, S4s.
S4s, okay.
Happy model larva. No, Plum, I haven't. I heard the larva was really good though. A lot of people were really happy with that. Really, really happy with it. I still have my micros over there. I fly from time to time. Somebody's got you got somebody's attention.
I know.
Damn, this guy is fucking the shit.
Yeah.
I've never seen this style of flying before.
So
It's
remember
very,
when you hear when we're out flying and I'll send a message and I'll say Joe, that's him. Yeah, dude, it's so that's called the juicy. That's what everybody does now, juicy. Now imagine he started watching Blackbird FPV and he kept playing that shit in his head until he got it. That's just dope. You couldn't hit his quad up from behind with a bat and get him off his axis. He'd be like, "Oh, excuse me." I would break my quad flying like that. Like no. See, Squish, I got you a view now, bro. He is Raz. He flies his ass off, man.
But what's crazy is it just looks like his quad's like being held by like a freaking rubber band, and he just like he'll fly away from the rubber band and then just yank him back.
That's exactly what it reminds me of. I never even thought of it in that perspective, but exactly what it's like. It's like elastic. Like his radio waves are like elastic and shit. It's kind of like that. It's like So I remember when people used to do a move like that, and they would just call it a rewind. They'd kind of go up and come back down. He rewinds it. Whack, 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 whack. That's what I said, dude. His quad. He said, so we're gonna eventually get to fly with him this year. We're gonna try to get that together. And he said when he flies 3 packs, he wants.
I mean, he definitely dominates open spaces.
Exactly, tight spaces too. He getting.
Like,
you watch some of his videos.
Yeah, he can make a field of nothing look good. How does he only have 245 views on this video? Like, this should have so much more.
Well, and that's. So
I might want to steal some ideas from this guy.
Dude, I'm telling you, with your crazy rates, you would. Yeah. So remember my tree dance I did, the World Keeps Spinning video that I told you I did up at Maytech? That's what inspired me to try that stuff. Nowhere's near what he does, but like, I would like smash my car, get shit on fire.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. I want to.
Yes, he does, Plum. That's an understatement. That's why I said when he finds a frame that he says is good, go with that frame, because as hard as he like pushes his quad and stuff, I don't know. It's just like the equipment has to work. I tried to go with the Falco, but now you see why he's got all that Falco in stock. You see him just walk over to his quad, dude. I'm like, how you just walk into your quad and it's on fire? I would have been across there because I was still in the goggles. Can you imagine pull that freaking goggles up? Ah! I saw Chuck catch his quad on fire one day. Let me just say, I never thought Chuck could move like I saw Chuck move.
Birdman's no question.
All right, what's Birdman got? Hey guys, my UR65 has a little twitch and I'm cruising around. How would I tune that out? It stunts sweet, but the twitch. You can try if I don't know about on the whoops, but anti-gravity would kind of do that. What else, Doc? You could turn. I don't know the
what
on a whoop. He says, "Hey guys, my UR65, it's a whoop, I believe, has a little twitch as I'm cruising around. How would I tune that out? It stunts sweet, but if I tune, or can I tune out the twitch? I can't read tonight. My eyes are like blurry out.
What, like, define the twitch first off, because a twitch could be anything. Is it like trying to, like, is it sinking while you're giving it throttle? Is, like, what's the twitch?
What I saw on beta flight, if I don't know if he's experienced this on 5 inches and like, well, it's on pretty much 3 inch and off flight too. I noticed when you're going forward, you'll get a little bit of that little bit of movement, and I bump anti-gravity up to cure that.
Well, that one that you gave me, I just, when I swapped out the flight controller to that silverware,
Right.
That solved my issue. But what it was doing is this was weird. So it would fly normally, and then every once in a blue moon, it would, like, I would almost want to say it was getting eaten by its prop wash. It would just start sinking in. It could be on a fairly fresh pack, and it would just start sinking. You just keep giving it throttle, and it'd start yaw spinning randomly. And
Well,
now, and that's only if I was flying slow. If I was flying fast, I didn't get it.
yeah, and I noticed that with whoops, yes, and I really.
But my silverware doesn't.
No, I noticed that.
Wherever my whoop is.
And Mike runs silverware. He's the first one I think honestly to tell me about it. But yeah, I noticed that with whoops. I've never really got down with tuning with a whoop. I don't know. To me, I just like, it's something I throw up in the air here at the house inside, and I don't really feel like I need to take the time to tune it. And I say that, but I took my one out last week. I got that one. It's the tiny leader. It's supposed to be the super whoop. Remember, it's back over here, the yellow one. If Crystal would like to reach it for us. But that one, now it's 2S. I did take it out and fly. I did take it out and fly it, and it did fly pretty good. Night Train, welcome in.
This one or that one?
The yellow one. No, you're the white one.
That's yellow canopy.
That's yellow canopy. Stop lying over there.
That's a yellow frame.
This one here. So I did mess with this a little bit. Now it's just like turn it. Oh, what do you mean?
Gross.
Look how it's like out in the front.
I hate dead cats.
So this is what I was all. So Night Train, the one that just came in, Doc, the one I was telling you inspired me on building this. I got to put together, Mike. I just
want to 3D print that so I can get rid of the stupid hexagon, or not hexagon, but that blocky ducks. God, I hate that.
The character,
it's
though.
So hideous.
I don't know, dude. That kind of characterizes this. I don't like
extra
that
weight
either. Extra weight? How?
Yeah, because
because
every corner is technically a little extra point you don't need. You can shave off.
I know. Greg's Whirly Bird. Welcome, brother. I know it does though. It is sexy, Mike. That red. The blue. I love your blue, but I don't know. The red did stand out after I cleaned everything up.
Yuck.
Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Cinewhoop or Little Whoop?
I just don't like dead cats. I think dead cats are just such a flawed design, aerodynamically and structurally.
You should see this thing fly. Well, you know this thing flies good. You couldn't catch us with your kiss rig that day, if I so-called remember.
Oh my God!
Oh,
you were flying around our heads, and I'm sitting here trying to chase in between people with a 5-inch quad, attempting not to hit anybody. I'm more focused on dodging people than catching a 5-inch whoop flying, or a little whoop flying in between my legs.
I was at college flying one day. Him and Josh were trying to catch me with this. I said, if you guys can catch me with this, I'll let you shred it with your 5-inch. Boy, they were like 2 horned dogs on a piece of meat. So, right, you little guy only has so much, after those 5 inches coming after him. So I was like, all right, I know their game. I took this thing and started going around their goggles. I was messing with their radio signal and everything. And I knew they weren't going to take the 5-inch all in between us. Oh, that was some fun times, though. That little thing was whooping them. And that's what it is, Squish. I told them that's what they said. They're like, I run up on that thing, dude. I can barely see it. I'm like, what? And that means it's going to get ate up then.
Greg said he does not like Cinewhoops at all. Too loud.
I know, Greg. That's the problem. So
my Cinewhoop's going to be silent. I'm just letting everybody know now. My Cinewhoop is designed like an owl's wing. It's going to be quiet.
I have a lot
I'm
of
glad my
faith.
feet are
Bro,
under the in the
I have an idea I can do for it.
I have a
So
lot of faith in you, but
no.
I
All
don't know
right,
about
so
that one.
no, I can actually silence it to an extent. I can't make it super quiet,
I think it
but
would be
no, I can add
4
vents in the shell. The actual 3D printed shell, I can have slanted vents in it. And what that will do is that will actually probably add a little performance, I'd say, because now I'm able to throw air outside of it as well.
I don't know though. They're
That would quiet it.
they're particular about that downward thrust for the center whoop. And here's the thing with the center whoop: a lot of people do not fly them correctly. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is because you have to go to grandma with this thing for real slow movements up into something, kind of back over. You see people out there with these woo, throwing these things over the trees and all. That's, I think, the number one problem. But I think yours is going to be a bit quieter because you're talking 4 inch. These 3 inch ones, so that's why the motors that I want for it, they're not notchy. Like I have 3 inch motors over here, but they're real clicky. They're like click, 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 right? So they're the ones that kind of make a real more louder sound, to where the smoother the motor, I think I can get the sound not to be as irritating. Because I know what Greg's saying.
Well,
they
sound is
really
a
are.
lot about
They're like crazy sound, dude.
Yeah.
So
Well, sound is a majority of the sounds created by the prop hitting the wind, and a prop can make a complete difference. Like you can have two separate props and one be super noisy and one be super quiet. Like
I thought you'd be into those though, Greg, for the filming.
The guy that does the bicycles, John. I wanted to say John, but I know there's another John, so I'm
Joe.
trying not to confuse the two. Joe, that's what it is. I knew it started with a J.
Just say Fordo. We call him
Fordo. Thank you.
Fordo.
Fordo. That's better. Fordo. I don't know what props he uses, but he has the quietest quads.
He does.
And I accidentally plugged in one day because I didn't hear his quad. And it's not like it was far from us. It was right there, and I was like, "Oh no!"
He does, dude. He'll scare you when he comes up on you with his quad. I was like, "Oh, crap!"
And that also deals with, I think he has a very floaty tune. His P's have to be super low, and his D's are matching it. But no, it's all about props with noise, and you could probably make a Suno. The issue is you have that duct, so now you're jamming air through a hole, and that creates a lot of eddy currents, and that's what creates the noise.
But I can definitely, like I said, understand the noise. It definitely is. I had my Acrobrat, and I did print those Whoop wells for it, or Center wells, whatever the hell they're called. And I had it, but it wouldn't fly. It was like, oh, it's so wonky and wow. It sounded like 4 vacuum cleaners running at the same time. It was like,
and that's what a vacuum cleaner is doing. It's shoving air through a tube, and that's how you're getting the noise.
right.
And impellers are always going to be worse on efficiency than a propeller.
We know you're green, Alvin. He loves them some green.
But impellers have advantages over propellers because they can not be damaged by things from the exterior and stuff. And she has news, and I'm going to shut up.
Well, guys, it's 10 after. We've been running our mouths, and Crystal does have some news. So, do.
Nope. I got that.
A little bit of flutter. He says, so Doc, he says a little bit of flutter as he's cruising.
That could be too much P,
One motor
or
starts slower, so it's one motor that's
not enough D.
This little twitch.
He said he has a motor that starts slower though. So.
Okay. Well, are you using brushed or brushless?
You're 65. I'm wanting to say. I'm not even gonna say it. I can only know brush or brushless.
Yeah, let him answer. Let's see what he says. Because if it's brushed, the motors could be old. If it's brushless, it could just be a bad bearing or something's in it, like a piece of hair or anything of nature.
200 degrees a second rates. Squish says. He said, my UR65. A brushless whoop. Okay, it's brushless.
Okay. So what I would do is I'd take the motor apart and just check if anything replaced that motor and see if that fixes it. If that doesn't fix it, then I would up P's and increase D's and see if you get a fix.
Look how tiny the motors are on it.
Oh, is that not? Oh, that's Is that? Yeah, but you should still be able to take that apart, right? There's a little hex head there.
No, it's like a little clip.
Oh, is it a C clip? Oh, it's a Oh Jesus clip.
I do believe.
It's a what?
It's a Oh Jesus clip. That's what I was taught in mechanical school.
It's fucking crazy.
Because when you pop it out, you go Oh Jesus because it went somewhere and you're never gonna find it again.
Yes, please. It's a different name. I know. You were also taught about that blinker fluid too, right?
No, I was not. I was smarter than that. Though I was not smarter than diesel exhaust fluid.
Diesel exhaust fluid?
The shit exists! And I thought it was fake for the longest time. I was like, that's bullshit. Doesn't exist. I was wrong.
You got that board stretcher at work, so you know about that.
The wire stretchers is what we like to call it.
Or wire stretcher, yeah, that's right.
Whatever works.
Hey, man. When I get my own helper, I'm so going to screw them with that.
You cannot screw with your helper. Just go tell him to find the
I'm
box
going
of
to
air.
mentally destroy them.
Just go tell him to find the box of air. He'll be fine. So, guys, in drone news tonight, EHang drone has officially taken passengers sightseeing over China. That's right. EHang has begun trailing passenger sightseeing flights using its 216 unmanned drone over the coastal city of Yantai in East China. These trial flights took 4 passengers into the skies to demonstrate the reliability and versatility of its passenger drones. The trial flights flew over Fisherman's Wharf in Yantai City to provide the passengers with an aerial view in an effort to show off a future use of the company's passenger drones. EHang's founder, chairman, and CEO had the following to say on the trial flights. As the world's first provider of passenger-grade AAVs, we are honored to provide this game-changing air mobility solution by demonstrating flights to regulators, customers, partners, and the general public. The positive support and feedback have strengthened our determination in our quest to bring this new style of mobility to the people. Guys, you remember EHang? Would you get in one? They're quite interesting looking. But still, would you climb aboard?
We'd be doing Maddie's with them.
Oh, I'm sure you all would find a way to hack or somehow find some sort of device to take over control.
I would want to be inside of it. And my drone would be named Coffin.
Yeah, that's about what it looks like. A coffin with 4 pegs. Well, guys, my other drone news article for you guys should pique some of your interest. Cops are using drones to make sure people aren't nude. You heard me correctly. Last Friday, cops in Minnesota flew drones over a public beach to see if they could spot some exposed boobs. And then sent 7 officers down to the beach to try to ticket the topless sunbathers. Now, my question is, who's going to volunteer for that mission?
Personally, I think they should encourage it.
Well, the local CVS Minnesota affiliate reported earlier this week that the Golden Valley Police Department used a drone to find people in the nude at Twin Lake, a public beach that's secluded but popular with locals who wanted to let it hang out just a little. The Golden Valley Police Department sergeant told CBS that the department has received more than a dozen complaints this year regarding people being nude, drinking alcohol, or doing drugs at the beach. People who were at the beach that day described a calm day until a drone appeared in the sky. We were just chilling, enjoying a day of not doing community work, trying to relax at the beach, a local resident who was there told the outlet. We saw a drone go up. We didn't think anything of it because everyone has those now. Now tell me, that is a comforting thought. Back when drones first came out, everyone was scared of being spied on. Now, if you're topless on the beach, you are being watched. We didn't think anything of it because everyone has those now. Maybe 10 minutes later, we hear, we think the police are coming. 7 officers from GVPD and Minneapolis Police Parks showed up and started approaching people at the beach while they were reading and sunbathing, according to the people who were there.
Cake, anyone?
Oh, Lord.
Yummy.
Wait, there's cake? I'm definitely over tomorrow.
Cake.
Don't eat it all.
I can't guarantee anything, babe, but I'll save you a piece.
Bend it off for me.
There's cake, there's caramel apple tartlets.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious.
Oh my God, they
You
are
like
the
cheesecake?
bomb. Yeah, there's
I
cheesecake.
love cheesecake. Oh, cheesecake, please.
I got some New York cheesecake.
I don't know what that is, but I'll eat it.
Guys, he does not know what New York cheesecake is.
Schooling, right?
Well, in other updates, who's going to fly this weekend? Hotter simulator?
No simulator.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe simulation.
Who's going to fly? Yes, Alvin, honey, you can have some steak and lobster with your cake too. Come on.
Come on.
I have more tails. I have more steaks. I got burgers. I got dogs. I got brats.
When I showed y'all the freezer, couple of y'all probably on a bus.
Yeah, freezer is packed.
Awesome, Mike. You gonna fly? No, Ray's flying. He's a cheesecake.
I know Adam's going to be flying. Tomorrow's his birthday. So, guys, don't forget to stop by. If you have him as a friend on
You and
Facebook,
Plum getting together, Mike?
and wish him a happy birthday.
And good luck on his micro quad. This cake is good.
Oh, Alvin, I'm sorry, babe. You know better. You of all people know not to come to the Drone Network hungry or have not eaten. He said, dang it, now I'm starving.
I wasn't going to do it to y'all, but I'm like, yeah.
Now, Birdman wants to know, is there such a thing as a center ripper? It may not be yet, but
I'm pretty sure there's one in my AutoCAD files.
Oh.
Center ripper, yeah.
Yeah, that thing's totally a center ripper. Let's be honest. It's a 4-inch, and
You turn up the rates and deal with the wobble.
It won't wobble.
No, I'm
It's an
saying
alien.
a center ripper. You
Oh.
take a center whoop, just crank the rates up, and deal with the wobbles.
Why would it wobble?
You have like low rates on those things.
I'm not going to have low rates. My rates aren't going to leave what they're going to be. Oh, you shake your head. You watch.
If you think you're gonna fly a center whoop with 1,300-degree freaking rates, you are on crack. You're gonna
No, my
arm the
heart is
freaking
on
thing.
crack.
You're gonna arm it and it's gonna hover.
Night Train, babe, this beach is not a nude beach, so that was the catch. They
See-
actually have regulations that state, and it cracked me up. Anyone over the age of 10 years old cannot expose his or her genitals or boobs above or below the top of the areola. I was like, holy what? Above 10 years old. I mean, it's set in stone.
Hey, pedophiles have a minimum age too.
Do they really?
God, I hope so.
Actually, there's some that have been locked up that have been mighty sick and twisted.
I'll tell you what, if Crystal come to me and said, I want to go to a nude beach. No.
Hey, I know every single one in the Keys.
I knew he was going to say that.
Do.
I knew he was going to say that.
But I don't know. That's like,
Bay Honda's probably one of the nicest ones.
because you got creepy people out there. It's like asking for trouble, I think.
No.
Oh, on the 3rd, huh? That's okay. She deserves it.
Oh,
But I think at the Keys, like, they'd be flying drones to make sure people weren't wearing clothes. Like, they'd probably boot you off if you're on the nude beach without clothes or with clothes on. They'd be like, yo, you either take them off or leave.
Ray said it. Jess is in to her 3rd drink. Ray gonna have some wild sex tonight.
She's going to be like, yep, feel good. It'll all be good. Right, Night Train, 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy.
Bitch can't walk, I'll drag her.
Oh, Lord, he finished it off.
Man, they used to say that all the time in the city. They like, shoot, boy, anything sexy to me. And they used to say the same thing.
Ray said more like passed out on me.
Cut her off that Ray right now, bro. You gotta cut her off. Get her some coffee.
There you go. You just walk out there and say, "Honey, I didn't know if you were getting too cold with the cocktails, so here's something to kind of like balance that out." Yeah, that is definitely an old saying there. No cash, no ass, no weed, no ride.
Yep.
You're
Ask cash
paying
or
one
weed, no
way
rides for
or
free.
another.
Ain't that what it was? Ask cash or weed, no one rides for free. I saw that before too.
No, it's ash, cash, or grass.
Or grass.
Ask cash or grass, okay. Well, I just thought weed, grass, yeah.
I don't know the difference between grass and weed. It's all weed to me. If I can dry it out and smoke it, it's good to me.
Ray knew. Ask cash.
Oh,
grass.
Lord, y'all are not right.
I'll be shoving anything I can in that plate.
Acro better look out.
I'm after your kale, Acro.
We got his orchard grass and stuff. You be scratching after this, you'll be like,
Yeah.
well, guys, I think we'll go ahead and end it. We appreciate you hanging out, coming by, seeing us. We'll fly somewhere, Doc. I know this.
And I hope y'all get to fly as
Summer,
well.
probably some shade unless we can get your tent up.
Plum, get with Mike and fly. I wish, Mike, I'd love to come up there and fly with you and Plum, for real. Maybe
Where are
one
they
day we'll be up that way.
Grass is what we thought it was as kids. Leaf.
Leaf.
Oh, Lordy. Mm.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate it. Guys, have a good one.
Until next time,
Peace.
guys, remember, we love y'all and enjoy our hobby. Send it.
Bye.